Texas 4000 is the metaphor for the fight against cancer. We're doing that in the best way we know how. We're not fighting for our lives directly, but we're fighting for our lives in the future.
What really drew me to the organization was just the magnitude of what they were doing. Just showed really how committed they are to the mission.
The impact that 50 students can have in terms of the fight against cancer is something that I hope that other people are inspired by, and that they too can also impact the fight against cancer.
I'm writing for my mother, Leslie Moore, who I lost to breast cancer, and it will be 4 years this summer. And so she's why I joined Texas 4000.
When I first went to an information meeting about Texas 4000, I realized what it was all really about, and I was really into biking at the time, and when I found out how much more it was than just that, it became real and something I was really interested in.
Initially, it was one of those things that I never thought I would do this. I had heard about the organization, thought you guys were crazy. Now I am one of you guys.
I was so overjoyed when I found out I was going to be able to take part in something like this. That was going to be span an entire continent and reach as many people as we can.
I didn't know anybody in the organization or anything like that. I came down to UT and I saw a flyer for it, and I thought, and that it had just been 2 years since it had happened, and I thought that's the perfect way to honor her and to raise some money and awareness and help fight back.
Our goal is to raise $351,000 and donate to cancer research, and that's not possible by just one individual doing this. Together, each of us are responsible for raising $4,500, which is $1 per mile we cycle. And from there on, because we're doing this together, I think it has such a bigger impact than what one person can do.
It's a life-changing event that hopefully through 45 riders can change the lives of a world.
The reason why people would join Texas 4000 is not because of the physical, they want to just bike to Alaska. If you want to just bike to Alaska, you can do that on your own. It's the cause itself.
It's going to be trying on people physically and emotionally. For example, we just did a ride yesterday, 100 miles in 100-degree heat, and people were having hard days, but I guarantee you everybody made it further because of the people around them than they would have on their own. And that's the kind of thing we need for this summer, and that's what we have with this team. Just the way people work with each other and for each other, it's more than anybody could do on their own.
Whether it's the family members or people that are affected by cancer, people fighting cancer, it's hard. It's something that is truly life-altering, and I want to show them that they're not alone.
Charity and working towards a cure could make a huge impact. And those other, the knowledge and hope are so important, and I really hope that that's something that we, the riders, can do. And that's the best thing that our team can do this summer for the people we meet. But like I said, I hope that this money that we're raising, I hope that it helps find a cure.
If I can bike to Alaska, then what stops me from doing anything else and making a difference? In my mind, it's nothing.
I've had the privilege of meeting a number of the riders, and each of them, they're riding for different reasons. A number of them have been touched by cancer. I don't know anybody that really hasn't. And being able to raise money to fight cancer, to fight this disease, I think is something that each one of those riders takes to heart. And the money that they raise is going towards cancer research. That's something that I think every one of us wants to see in our lifetime, that this disease is eradicated, that through the research, through the funds that they raise, that we will see an end to cancer in our lifetime.
In addition to this huge challenge of training and doing the ride, they're out along that journey helping people learn about cancer, learn about the research that's going on to fight cancer, and ways that they can either deal with cancer in their lives or help people that are dealing with cancer. And the students, as they go out and talk to different groups and hospitals and organizations, are really helping, in their own way to educate us all as how we can fight cancer and how we can be involved in that part of their mission. And I think that's a extremely important part that a lot of people don't realize that they devote a lot of time and attention to.
So this year was kind of special for biomedical engineering because part of the funds that Texas 4000 raised came directly to BME, and biomedical engineering is going to use that to do seed grants, which are small amounts of money that can start projects. A lot of times faculty, students have these ideas about projects that could affect cancer in this case, but there's no money to support those. And so a lot of times these projects get started by one little idea with some money to support it for, say, 6 months to a year. And then that goes on to be something very, very big if it proves to work. So that's one way that the funds are going to be used by Texas 4000 that could have a big impact later on.
This journey really is about fighting cancer and spreading that hope and charity and knowledge. And I mean, more than anything, I hope that I can, really be a part of that and impact as many people as I can. I'm thrilled and I feel really blessed and honored to be able to help so many people and influence them and be the hope that they may need in their life. I can't imagine going through this ride alone, so I certainly can't imagine battling something like cancer alone. Having any difficult trial in your life, you just take it one by one and live each day to the fullest.
I think out of the 3 pillars, hope, knowledge, and charity, hope is the one that I found to be the most powerful throughout the summer, because the people that we met, whether they were fighting cancer or knew someone or were just struggling in some other way, hope was what really gets people through. And I think by pushing ourselves so much and taking on such a huge adventure, we were able to spread hope.
Hope is one of the pillars that I've always identified with the most and held dear to my heart. I mean, just the word hope, I feel like hope is what got my dad through a lot of his battle, and that's what got all of us through it. Sometimes all people have is hope. I was fortunate enough to have a pretty big support group and a pretty big family that surrounded my dad when he passed away, but a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people we meet on the road are alone, and they're going through this battle alone, or they lost someone and they're still grieving from it. And then when they meet us and realize that we all have personal stories and we're bringing them with us and we're ready to hear theirs and just get that sharing experience going, I think we touch them, we give them a little bit more light in their life.
There was this one lady that a bunch of us met in Dallas. She had stage 4 cancer, and she was kind of giving up hope to keep fighting. And from her experience with Texas 4000, she felt reinvigorated. She felt this new sense of hope that she could continue on with her fight, and that it was just this beautiful moment that just, even hearing stories of it, you could tell that this had changed this woman's life, that she really felt that she could now continue fighting, that she just felt in tune with us, with the fight, that we were fighting and she was fighting. It was wonderful.
The experience of working with and riding with Texas 4000, I've met these people, and you get a more personal level of knowledge of what the disease is and what it does and what it means to people and how they struggle with it. That was really unique and really important to me. On the ride, we give these presentations. We go to towns, we give programs, people listen, and they're just about cancer statistics, survivorship, how you can increase your odds, empowering people to take control of their health, and it's knowledge on a bunch of different levels. Knowledge that we're struggling with this, we know you're struggling with that, and they taught us a lot, as much as we taught them, if not more. And so the knowledge, I think, went both ways, and it was a really important aspect of Texas 4000 and what we do. And when we went to this town, that's usually what we left behind, is that program and the impact of that program.
I know there's one part in the program that we have, and we ask for a little bit of audience participation, if all the men in the room can make eye contact with another man, and then the women can look to their left and right, and the whole 1 in 2 men are affected and 1 in 3 women are affected. As awkward as that moment is where you're looking around and then you hear those kind of like hard-hitting statistics, I could just see the reaction in the people there, like just, you know, taking the message home that, I mean, that there's a reason that we're doing this. We're not just a group of college students like biking for fun to Alaska, but we're trying to spread that mission, you know, trying to spread that knowledge.
Charity is also a really important part of the summer. We raised a lot of money on the bikes this summer, just meeting people who maybe just give you $5 or a 20 or something that you've just randomly met. It's really cool to see that people hear what we're doing and are so interested and want to support us. And that makes a really big difference.
We saw so many examples of charity throughout the summer, so many people giving, you know, everything they had to provide us with a place to stay and provide us with food. And it was just amazing, like, seeing people who'd been affected by cancer and they were donating to this cause. Like, they've already lost so much from cancer, they've already suffered so much, and they were so looking forward to like helping other people with cancer by donating for cancer research for people in the future and just for people who had lost.
Charity is a donation. It involves, you know, raising money for the research, for things that other people are doing to actually find a cure, to make things happen, for progress. But to get there, you need people to believe that we can, and you need them to have that hope, and we all have to kind of come together and say, okay, we feel empowered to do this. We feel empowered to take control of our own health and to like help fund research initiatives that'll find a cure, that'll end, you know, what all these people are going through and make things better in the world.
I've been extremely blessed by the Texas 4000 organization, by meeting the students, by meeting their passion, by seeing their sense of accomplishment after they've finished the training, after they've finished the first day, after they've finished the entire trip to Alaska. I also, they're doing something great to fight cancer, but I also see changed lives in the individuals that I've met that have been Texas 4000 riders. They're going to be the leaders of tomorrow. They have accomplished something that so few people can do, that they're going to make a difference in the rest of the world.
Well, I think that's one of the things that's very unique about the Texas 4000 organization is that it is young adults. It's students at UT, and it's their friends that are working together towards this cause of fighting cancer, spreading knowledge, inspiring hope in people. And it's amazing to see, you know, young people really take on this amazing challenge and succeed at it.
The Texas 4000 has pledged $1 million over the next few years to benefit the Children's Cancer Hospital at MD Anderson, the Kleberg Center for Molecular Markers, and the Center for Targeted Therapies. Thank you to the riders, and to all of your supporters, and to all of the people here tonight. You are making cancer history.
That charity is a lot more than a check, and it's a lot more than a check presentation. It means that we know that we're going to find a cure, and we believe that we're going to find a cure enough to invest in it and to put money together so that we can have a real impact in the research community, the scientific community, and the medical community to find a cure.
Even though our summer is over, our 70 days is up, our 2 years of preparation is done, we still haven't found a cure for the disease that we rode for this summer.
Going through Texas 4000, I've seen that there's so many other ways that you can get involved in the fight. Like, that's where the money's going. It's going to research, it's going to organizations like MD Anderson, it's going to Livestrong, other people that are really passionate about this cause. And we ended the ride and we got to Anchorage and, you know, we celebrated, but it's never too late to join in the fight. Like, a new team's coming, it's going to be another year, and that's what's so cool about it. It's just this cycle, it's always going to be ongoing.
This is a fight that I'm going to be a part of for the rest of my life, and I hope that, if nothing else, our team and our actions and what we've done this summer doesn't just make a difference of the money that we raise this summer as a donation. I hope that we can bring people together, whoever we interact with, to believe what we believe, and that is that this fight is worthwhile and that we all need to come together to really make something happen, and that we can, and we can do it now. There's no better time.